You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item, whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
The NBA announced their Dunk of the Year yesterday. It was voted on by the fans, and it went to Ja Morant for his double clutch through Porzingis and Derek White. The call of it was excellent. That game we hung on to for a long time last season, but it was a spectacular dunk.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hart, live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Shinedown. Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum, Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit shinedown.com.
Catch us if you can at Southland Casino Hotel and win your share of up to $1.8 million in free play and prizes. Join us for drawings every Saturday in May, June, and July. Each month, over 900 winners will take home free play or drive off in a new car or motorcycle. Be there for all 6 grand finale drawings and try to catch us if you can, only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Scotty Scheffler ran away with the Open Championship this weekend. My God, this guy, he's not real. Have we reached the point with Scotty Scheffler where you don't have to care a thing about golf, but you still know there's a dude named Scotty Scheffler who is awesome at it?
He is solidified himself as one of the greats in the sport. At this point, probably of all time.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Live from downtown Memphis, this is the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Chris Vernon.
Here we go. It's noon on GrindCityMedia.com. It's Chris Vernon Show. Whoa, good morning. It's a Wednesday, August 27th, 2025 edition of the show. Today on the show, Dan Wetzel, our old buddy who is now with ESPN.com, is going to help us look ahead to the upcoming college football weekend, as well as talk about some of the articles that he has written since he has landed at his new outlet. In addition to that, he'll join us at 12:30. In addition to that, in the absence of Jessica Benson, one John Roser Esquire is taking her spot and is going to give us 5 football games that we've got to look forward to this upcoming weekend that we may not be highlighting. Wetzel's going to join us. Roser's got us college football preview. We'll get to all the news and notes of the day. It's a Wednesday. It's nice out. Smile. Let's do it. Turn it up. Yeah. I hope everybody's having a good day. All right, bunch of stuff to get to on the show today, not the least of which is a college football weekend is heading towards us. As we have talked about, there are 17 games that are going on tomorrow on Thursday, and then a massive slate coming up this weekend on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Dan Wetzel is going to join us on the show today. Roser is going to give us a college football preview today. Before I get to anything, I welcome John Roser to the show. John Roser, a.k.a. the Cologne Ranger, the Body Spray Bandit, in your sight. Johnny Backpo, Johnny Bearcat, the Grim Roser, John Asparagus, Johnny Netcarve, John Lance. He's Yogi Roser. He's Dr. Thunder. He's John the Polluter. Hello, John.
What up?
Devin Walker's here. He's the microphone mangler, Senor Quasadilla, Mr. Math, Navajo Joe, the reporter, the photographer. He's Sir Hiss. He's Walker 93.
Man, bro, we reached my favorite part of the year, Verno, El Roser. We can throw these jackets on, you know what I'm saying? Get a little breezy.
It was chilly outside.
Yeah, it is what, Dev, we call this
71 degrees.
Hoodie and shorts weather.
Man, that's my favorite part of the year, bro.
I went to go walk. I went to go walk my dog this morning, and I said, "Whoa, I need a jacket."
Yeah.
So I went back in and got a jacket.
71 degrees.
Is it right now? It was not this morning. It was in the 60s.
You know what
for
they call
sure.
this? You know what they call this, Verno?
What?
Football weather.
Football weather.
Football weather.
It's football weather.
It's football weather.
It's football weather.
Put on hat on the hat.
Yep.
It is football
And
weather.
we have some games that are going to be decided in the trenches this weekend.
brother.
Oh, no question.
Damn right.
And I saw yesterday was my 18th wedding anniversary, and to celebrate that, we went to my daughter's volleyball game. So that was
Happy
exciting.
Anniversary.
Yeah, and
Happy
then
anniversary,
and then followed by my daughter's soccer practice. So that was a fun night to celebrate our anniversary.
You didn't get to go to dinner or anything?
No.
Are y'all going to go to dinner?
No dinner, no.
I had a protein shake.
No frost.
What kind of dinner? What kind of protein?
I mean, we'll go to Orgain if you'd like to know.
Chocolate? Chocolate? Is it chocolate flavored?
No, you know, I threw blueberries in it if you want to get in depth.
What flavor? What flavor?
Vanilla with blueberries.
Oh, vanilla with blueberries. Okay.
Yeah.
You think so?
I like
did you
the
do like Salt Bay when you did it?
What?
When you put did you
No,
throw
I dump them in the. I use what's it called? A magic bullet or whatever they're called.
Okay. I thought you liked.
And then I
liked-
blend it up and then I drink it. And no, we got home late because she had all this stuff going on last night. And then I got home and me and William. To celebrate our anniversary, watch the Cowboys documentary.
Okay. All right.
And finally, your 49ers got a win.
Yeah,
So
we finally beat you. The year we won the Super Bowl.
We made it to 94.
Hey, turn up.
When our ownership group said, screw it, we're going to sign everybody.
Yeah, well, and we also we turned it over in the first 5 minutes of the game 3 times, and we're down 21-0.
Yes, you did.
So that was tough.
Yep.
But yeah, it was a whole Barry Switzer year.
Yeah.
And so that was the story that we watched last night. So I did end up. I'm through 5. I think I'm through 5 episodes. I'm through 5 episodes of it, and so we watched that. But yeah, that's what I ended up watching. I'll say that Cowboys documentary is absolutely awesome. It's also just like and I'll tell Gary this. It's a lot like The Last Dance in the fact that it is just this incredible time capsule of when things were just so radically different. Like the way I grew up a sports fan and my complete ignorance to so many things that were going on. I just liked my team and but the constant news wasn't available. It wasn't like I was a Cowboys fan that lived in St. Louis. It's not like I was, reading the Dallas Morning News. Like the internet wasn't even around, right? There was no internet. Like you would just read whatever was in your local paper and you would watch Sports Center. I mean, there was no even debate shows, none of that crap that was going on. Maybe, on Sunday morning, the sports reporters with Dick Schaap would bat around some topics with him and Bob Ryan and Mike Lupica and whoever.
Who did
they
the
kind of bat around some topics, but other than that.
So I remember when Sports Center used to do, David Aldridge did it for them, and it was called Under the Boards.
Okay.
Where it was the inside, the brief little 2-minute insider in the NBA, but they did it once a week. They did it one for the NFL, but I can't remember who did it.
So that's just wild. It's it's a time capsule, and then so they have all of these Dallas reporters that are on it. Skip Bayless was there at the time. Ed Werder was there at the time. That guy Dale Hansen, who's been a stalwart in the media in Dallas forever, is on there. And it's but you even see these back and forths between Dale Hansen and Barry Switzer where they're yelling at each other for 9 minutes, and it's but it happened on local TV there, and that's the kind of thing that would be on Instagram, on Twitter, and everything. Oh my God, did you see what has happened in Dallas? You had no awareness of so much of this stuff that was going on. It really was, if you want to keep up with stuff, it was very localized, right? Yeah. So Sam Smith knew everything about Michael Jordan and what was going on with Michael Jordan and the Bulls, but the world at large didn't.
No.
Until Bob Costas interviewed him during the finals or something. And so that's part of the thing that I love about getting to watch this. And also, my father, it obviously I still get to watch games with my dad. I joke about having to go down to his house every other day. Today I have to go down there this evening because the Echo Dot will not hook up to the internet once I changed their internet. And look. And I told my mom came to the volleyball game yesterday, and I said, Mom, should I come over tonight to try to fix it? She's like, do not do that. Don't worry about it. I'll stave it off. Just come tomorrow. I said, all right, I'll come tomorrow. And I said, because I figured out that he's got to download the Alexa app to his phone and then hook up to the internet through that. I said, Mom, we have whatever is a less than 0% chance of me explaining how to hook this Echo Dot up to the internet, that's what we have. Yeah. I was so I'm just going to have to come and do it. I'm going to have to download this app and then just do it, and then it's just going to magically happen, and he's not going to know how, but it's going to work. Okay? Because me trying to explain, once I looked up how you hook up an Echo Dot to the internet,
it's like speaking Spanish, bro.
Buddy.
It's like speaking Spanish.
You have no idea. If I tried to explain to him that he needed to download the Alexa app and then put in because he has his usernames and passwords written down, and it is just true chicken scratch on and it's on a like yellow legal pad. So he's like, try he'll just tell me to start trying crap. I'll be like, Dad, what's your DirecTV password? He's like, try And I'm like, yeah, it didn't work. He's like, okay. He like goes there and he's like, right. I'm like, all right, dude.
Oh man,
that's tough, bro. That's tough.
It is tough. Oh, my mom was so excited yesterday. My dad, he spilled. This was the story last night.
Yeah.
My dad spilled an entire bag of goldfish on the ground. Now again, he's in a wheelchair, so now my mom has to clean it up. Right? He ain't getting on the ground and clean it up.
That's a lot of goldfish, bro.
But she was like, so your dad, she said, your dad dropped the bag of goldfish everywhere. I had to clean up the goldfish. She goes, you're never going to believe this. I found his hearing aid.
Wait, in the goldfish?
It was on the ground. Wherever she was cleaning up. She's like, so I saved a lot of money just cleaning up those goldfish. I was like, all right. Okay, Mom.
Wait,
she's so excited.
Did you drop it in the goldfish?
Who knows when we have no idea when the hearing aid came out. It could have come out at any time.
So you'll supposed to be like off road.
Yeah,
in the
he's off
wheelchair,
road.
right?
Yeah, anyways, I am gonna have to go down there. The point I was bringing up my dad not for that reason. I was bringing up my dad because when I was a child, we used to watch sports together. My dad made it feel he cared desperately. To him, the big game was the Madden Summerall game. That was the game.
Yeah.
He loved John Madden and Pat Summerall.
Yeah.
I mean, loved them. And that is, I will say, I get so nostalgic when I am watching this back because I really do go back to me watching the games with him as a kid. And you hear them, like as they're showing the highlights and stuff, and they're talking about the game and they're talking about these different players, whether it's Deion Sanders or Emmitt Smith or Michael Irvin or, a coach's decision that's made or whatever else. It's like, geez, man, it is such a throwback to me. And I do wonder if kids will find that special in the same way when they grow up. I don't know if, that's going to be like Joe Buck and Troy Aikman or something like that. But, I mean,
I don't think they
there's
really
something
have that.
about it,
They
right?
really don't have that now. Because even
the
the Monday Night Football lineup changes all the time.
All the time.
You know what I'm saying? So there's
Right.
no, really, set announcers that like you said, those two guys.
I don't think this is crazy. So Madden and Summerall were like a huge deal to me as a kid.
Yeah.
Right? I remember vividly my dad loving them and that being such a big deal if they were going to be calling the game. I got to be honest with you, and I will ask him tonight. I have not thought about this. William is he's 15 right now. He has been watching sports his entire life with me. Mm-hmm. Still does to this day. I don't know if he knows one announcer.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I'm serious.
This new generation, bro.
I will ask him tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know if he knows who announces the game.
He gonna say
he
Stephen
would know
A.
Romo.
Romo.
And he would know Aikman.
And he knows Brady.
Bang.
I don't know if he would. I don't think he knows Joe Buck.
What about
He knows
I don't
Tom
think
Brady.
so.
What about the Bang guy?
Who?
Breen.
Bang.
Mike
Bang.
Breen.
Oh,
Mike Breen.
Mike Breen.
NBA, he knows.
Yeah.
He knows Pete. He knows Pete Pranica, obviously our local guy.
Yeah.
He knows Mike Breen.
Doris Burke, probably.
Kevin Harlan.
He knows Kevin Harlan.
Yeah.
100% he knows Kevin Harlan. Yes. The NBA guys, he does.
Yeah.
I would say there's probably a group of them that he knows. I don't think he'd know Ian Eagle.
Nah,
But he would know Harlan and he would know Breen.
Yeah, because
and that's a video game too.
Exactly.
But even on the video game, I don't know who is on Madden now.
They just rotated theirs. They just changed the Madden announcers this year.
It was Louis Riddick, wasn't it? I felt like it was Louis Riddick for 1 year.
Madden 26.
I feel like. I don't know.
Kids nowadays also play the game on mute.
Huh?
Yeah, they listen to music or they
They
talk
listen-
to each
they-
other.
Right. No,
headsets.
they're on their headsets.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
It's not really listening to the.
Yeah, you're
'cause
right.
When I was a kid, I used to listen because you learn so much stuff listening to the announcers, even on the game.
Oh,
But
yeah.
Nowadays, people don't.
Announcers mattered so much more.
So much more. Even
So much more.
My generation, it was like the Stuart Scotts of the world. Like they
Yep.
weren't broadcasting, but those are the faces familiar on
Rich
TV.
Eisen, Scott Van
Yeah.
Pelt. Yeah.
Like
all
nowadays,
those guys.
kids are like
Dan Patrick.
The streamers are the new.
I think you're right.
The new.
I think you're
the
right.
new Stuart Scotts of the world.
I think you're right.
The streamers and the that wasn't. People don't care no more. Kids don't care no more.
But like those guys,
I want to know.
because those guys like Matt and Summerall, they carried such weight, right? What they said mattered. You cared, and like I remember as a kid tuning into the All Madden Team show.
Yep.
I wanted to know who he named All Madden that year. That was such a huge deal because it was always the tough guy, right? It was the dogs. That's who it was. It was dog identification.
Yep.
That's who was on the All Madden team. That was the kind of guys that were on the All Madden team every year. But yeah, watching that back and then hearing them call those games, it's just, it just takes you back.
And there's nobody that knows. Like Kevin Burkhart's the number one guy for Fox. Nobody knows who.
Bro,
he
I don't
is.
even know who that dude is.
And he's awesome.
Right. No, you're right.
Like I think he's awesome.
You're right.
And nobody knows who he is.
The big sports story this morning was that right after the golf season ended with the Tour Championship and Tommy Fleetwood winning, that everybody's going to be paying attention. The big event, because it's being played in America this year, especially at Bethpage Black in New York, the United States team versus the European team in the Ryder Cup. And the big story, especially because of Netflix, was, Netflix did this deal, that documentary that they did, Full Swing, and they really made Keegan Bradley like such a sob story in the show, right? They really played up the reality television angle to that, and it's like Keegan Bradley, and he's showing you this bag that he still has packed from the last time he played in the Ryder Cup, and he's been devastated not making the Ryder Cup since. And then they go through the whole bit where he's never unpacked the bag, and he promised himself he wouldn't until he gets to another Ryder Cup. And then he's in position to make the Ryder Cup 2 years ago. And then they have Zach Johnson, who's like a bona fide prick, call him and tell him he's not going to make the Ryder Cup. And they've got a friggin' camera crew in his house, and his wife's like comforting him, and his kid's like, "What's wrong, Daddy?" And he's like, "Never mind, kid." And it's like, it's all so sad, right? So then they made up for it, and they named Keegan Bradley's going to be the captain of the Ryder Cup team. Then he plays well this year, so everybody just assumes, oh my God, he's going to be a playing captain. He's not only going to be the captain of the team, he's going to be on the team. And I listened to every golf podcast after Tommy won on Sunday. They all were pretty much in unison. Nobody thinks he should pick himself, but everybody thinks he is going to pick himself. And somebody's going to get, quote, screwed, right? Somebody that's gotten there on points. Sam Burns, Ben Griffin, Cam Young, one of those three. Because he was for sure going to take Cantlay, Morikawa, and who was the third one? It was Cantlay, Morikawa, Justin Thomas. So there were three kind of up for grabs, and they're not guys that are like a who's who. It was Ben Griffin, Cameron Young, and Sam Burns. And then he announced his team this morning, and he took all three of them. And he is actually just going to be the captain, and he is not going to play. I will say it'd be infinitely more interesting if he would have made the controversial decision. It would have been. It would have been way more interesting. Maybe he knows that they're up against it anyway. Go ahead and let Sam Burns get his ass kicked by Victor Hovland.
So what's the deal?
The European team is loaded.
So usually the captain of the U.S. team is somebody that's not...
Nobody has ever played as captain since Arnold Palmer in 1963.
Okay, but is it usually they pick a captain who has no chance?
Yes.
Okay.
It's Jim Furyk, it's Tiger Woods, it's whoever.
So they'll go back to that after this year.
Yes.
Because they don't even want to give the chance that one of these. Yeah.
We can't get cooked on our own story.
It'll probably eventually it'll be like Koepka or somebody like that.
Yeah. Who all is the European team? Hovland.
No, he's on the bench. He's not even one of the auto qualifiers. That's how ridiculous their team is. Their team is crazy. Their bench is Shane Lowry, Matt Fitzpatrick, Victor Hovland, Louis Oberg. That's their bench. That's their captain's pick.
So who are their main guys? Rory?
Bob McIntyre.
Oh, Bob McIntyre.
Right.
Is it John Rahm
yeah.
here?
Yes.
Oh, Rahm.
Yes.
Oh,
Lowry,
yeah.
Sepp Straka.
Yep.
Victor Hovland.
Oh, yeah,
Matt
they're awesome.
Fitzpatrick, Harry Hall.
We got Scotty and Bryson, though.
Yeah, that's it.
We got Scotty. Hey, Scotty's the...
And Justin Thomas. I mean, look, we're somehow favored.
Hey, and there's a case you can make.
Tommy Fleetwood.
And there's
another one.
Yeah, Tommy
And there's a
Fleetwood.
case you can make that Scotty and
Look,
Bryson are the... You can make Scotty and Bryson are the two best golfers in the world.
Justin Rose is on their team, too.
Holy crap.
Dude, they're loaded.
They are loaded.
Well, are they about to walk on our track and take over our track?
They are loaded. We got Schauffele, too.
We got Xander, yeah. Okay. So
some players.
Scotty's the best player in the
players.
world, and you
get
could
cooked
make the
by
case that Bryson's the second best in the world.
Look, here's the thing.
Xander hasn't been good this year,
That
though.
Bethpage Black is going to be so rowdy.
Yes.
It's going to be unbelievable.
I remember when Brooks
Yes.
won, when Koepka won the PGA there against
it's going to be rowdy.
against DJ, man.
Yes.
It was insane.
It's going to be mega rowdy.
Yeah.
So anyway, and it also leads to like incredible decisions if you are the captain and you're playing, because it's like, where do I slot myself in singles? Who do I pair myself with? Who am I benching? Who's not playing that day? Like, instead, it's like everybody says you should not be the coach and the player. Like, you can't.
Yeah, it's hard to
And
do
so
that.
he decided not to do it. I'm stunned that he did not take himself.
Yeah.
We are going to talk to Dan Wetzel coming up in a little bit. And this upcoming college football season, we've talked about like some of the coaches, some of the new players. I've highlighted how the quarterback year is just freakish this year. Like, so many unbelievable quarterbacks, it seems. Part of that is NIL. Part of that is guys that were very highly recruited are being bounced around all the time, as we talked about last week. Arch Manning, we did the top 10 of his recruiting class, and number one was Arch Manning, and he is still at the school that he was recruited by. And everybody else, literally every other player, until we got to Avery Johnson, who was like 9th, has been to another school, some of which had been to multiple schools since they were recruited. And so nobody waits their turn anymore except for Arch Manning. Arch Manning's the only guy that like waits his turn in order to become the starter. But I went to go look, and ESPN had done their, like, I wanted to see if there was a compilation of, you know how we were talking about the other day, ESPN had done their NFL list. I had never looked at their college list for the upcoming season. So the NFL list that had Mahomes at the very top of the top 100 players going into the season, I had never even looked at the college list. Do you have any idea who the number one college player is coming into the season? Who they would name?
Jeremiah Smith.
Who do you say?
Coming into this season?
Yeah. Who they would rank number one, the best college player coming into the season. They ranked him.
The best player in the country, I would say Jeremiah Smith or Caleb Downs.
He is number one.
Yeah.
Jeremiah Smith is number one. Number 2 is Anthony Hill Jr., who's the linebacker at Texas.
Okay.
Number 3, the aforementioned Caleb Downs.
Caleb Downs,
Yeah, he's a dog.
He is number 3. Number 4 is Cade Klubnik, the quarterback at Clemson. And number 5 is the running back at Notre Dame, Jeremiah Love.
He's a sleep. He's my sneaky Heisman pick, bro.
6
Sneaky Heisman pick.
is another Clemson player, a defensive lineman, TJ Parker, who is number 6. 7 is Spencer Fano he's an offensive lineman at Utah. 8, Garrett Nussmeier, the quarterback at LSU, is number 8. Didn't we say, is it LSU Clemson?
Yeah,
Week
LSU
1?
Clemson Saturday night.
Okay, so that is
7 o'clock. Yeah.
According to their rankings, 2 of the top 10 players in college football.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then you said he's like super low on that payment list too, so it's just interesting.
P.S. Number 9 is another guy from Clemson. Like when you were talking the other day that their odds were the longest. They're number 9. They've got another defense. They got 2 defensive linemen in the top 10 players coming
They
into
ain't lost players in 2 years. They I think they 0 in the transfer portal the last 2 years.
Their quarterback and their 2 defensive linemen are in the top 10 players in the country.
Yeah. Dabo got folks in 360 deals. You can't go nowhere.
Number 10 is a defensive end at South Carolina, Dylan Stewart.
Yeah, they're 9-1 right here on this.
You said that's a South Carolina kid? Oh, that's the one. a monster.
Yeah,
Dylan
Stewart.
He reminded
number
me
10.
of
So
Jadeveon a lot.
No, he was a monster recruit. One thing with South Carolina. South Carolina had 5 guys on their defense drafted last year in the NFL draft.
Right.
That's never happened before.
Reload.
We'll see.
Just reload.
We'll see.
Okay, you're sleeping. You're
They're not
snoring
Georgia.
on Lenora Sellers.
I think
you're snoring.
No.
Yes, you are.
Lenoris might be.
No.
Lenoris is awesome. Their defense is what'll take the drop off.
Your defense will take the drop off.
I don't have a defense.
Colin Simmons is number 11. He's Texas. So, bro, that first game between Ohio State and Texas is loaded.
Yeah.
Loaded.
They said what Texas has like a first team. Didn't you, when you went to the All-American teams, you said Texas has a first team All-American at every level of their defense.
Okay, well, right, because I told you the number 2 player is Anthony Hill.
Yeah, they got dogs, bro. I mean, they best team in the nation, bro.
And then you get all the way to number 12 on the. This is what tells you about college football this upcoming season. It's all you need to know. 12 is Ryan Williams from Alabama. That guy's like Randy Moss.
He's now 18, by the way. He's now 18.
No, yeah, but he is the 12th best player in the country.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. There's 11 guys better than that guy because
that guy's unreal.
I mean, he was like 16 years
Watch him
old.
single-handedly beat teams last year.
Yeah, he averaged like 20 yards a catch last year.
Yeah. It's like, yo, hey, watch over the top. Ryan Williams is going to go long. Nope. And you still couldn't stop it.
Couldn't catch him.
13 was, and he was playing with Milroe.
Right. Yeah.
Like maybe somebody can be a little more accurate than Milroe. Leonard Moore, who's a cornerback at Notre Dame, is 13. Caden Proctor, who's an offensive tackle at Alabama, is 14.
Dude, that guy is freaking huge.
15 is Nicholas Singleton, who is the running back at Penn State, who is absolutely awesome.
Dude, did you hear Russillo and Feldman talking about the Caden Proctor? Bro, he's like 6'5", 360 pounds, and has a 36-inch vertical. Like, how do you jump that high when you weigh that much?
They feed kids that GMO, Rosa.
No.
He eating that GMO,
Wait.
bro.
Is that Caden Proctor or Zion?
Right.
I know, right? Nah, for real. You said he's what, six what?
Bro, look how big
6'5", 360.
Caden Proctor. And he has like a 36-inch vertical.
That's Zion.
Yeah.
That is Zion, low key. That dude, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, no, he is listed.
Nowadays,
he's listed at 6'7", 360. Yeah,
Just to get through the rest of the top 20. John Mateer, the quarterback at Oklahoma, is 16.
Okay.
17 is Drew Aller from Penn State.
Okay.
18 is Keldrick Falk, who is a defensive end at Auburn. 19, Lenora Sellers, who is at South Carolina. And then 20, Mateo Ugalele, who is a defensive end from Oregon.
I'm surprised you didn't get to that kid at people are super high on the kid at Auburn, the receiver.
Cam Coleman.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't
They also have another one. They've got the Singleton, the transfer from Georgia Tech, who was freaking fast as hell. Auburn got him too.
I'm trying to get to Cam Coleman. I don't see him.
Yeah, because everybody's
I'm already down to like 40 something, and I haven't found him yet.
The people are super high on him, bro.
Oh yeah,
he could be like a break, like a Ryan Williams type player.
Yes, everybody loves Cam Coleman. Now, the question is, can the kid that transferred from Oklahoma throw it to him? Jackson Arnold? Yeah, Jackson Arnold. Because if he doesn't, we're going to get a lot of Hugh Freeze-Visor throws. No. That's for sure. All right. Dan Wetzel is a national columnist for ESPN.com now. Oh, I spent so many years saying something different, but he is now at ESPN.com. He has already put out articles there, and you can find him both on their airwaves and on their website. He joins us now. Danny, good to see you, man.
What's up, Verno? How are you?
Congrats on the new gig.
Thank you.
Are you going to go to a game this weekend?
I'm not. Looking forward to watching them, though.
You are going to kick back and watch all of them.
That's it.
All right.
Yeah,
and the ones, the three you care about the most. I mean, obviously, we've been talking Texas, Ohio State, right? Texas, Ohio State is right there at the very top. So let's set that aside. Let me set aside Texas, Ohio State, and I want Dan Wetzel's 3 games that he cares about the most.
Okay. Well, there's 3 top 10s, so that's obviously one of them. I mean, Notre Dame, Miami. Great historic rivalry, big deal for both programs trying to get something going here. A lot of, can Miami make that breakthrough with a big win? Can Notre Dame keep it going? LSU, Clemson, that's just going to be awesome seeing Saturday night. You got Brian Kelly putting a premium on winning the first game, which they haven't done since Joe Burrow was there in 2019.
Jeez.
Yeah, they keep losing their opener, so he's fired up to win that. Big game for Clemson to prove that they can compete with the SEC, and they're legit national champions. So those would be the other obvious two. Now the third
Do you think?
game,
Hold on, let me pause you real quick. Do you think anybody in the world that watched that Netflix show is rooting for LSU? He came off so unlikable to me on that show. Did you? You watched it, right? You watched the SEC show that they did.
Yeah, when you meet Brian Kelly, he comes across differently. There's something about him on TV that just doesn't always. It's not his true personality.
But he's not what he appears to be on TV.
It's better. He's better, believe me, and he's a good coach and like all of that. But yeah, there's something. There was one part where I don't know, they were drinking like fancy wine or something. Do you remember that part?
Yes, with the dad.
The dad was there. It was just sort of like, I don't know.
Everything seems so inauthentic to me. That's the thing. It just feels so inauthentic. But to hear you describe it,
that's probably him. Because what's worse is if he sits there and pretends he really wants to go to crawfish boil and drink cheap beer or something. So I don't want to but then he swings the other way. You just wonder who he is. Who is he? Right?
We don't know. You liked him when you were around him, though?
Yeah, I do.
You know what it sounds like? It sounds very Zach Johnson-y as the Ryder Cup was announced this morning, right? Zach Johnson, anybody that watched the Netflix show is like, this guy's the worst. But there are people that I know that like Zach Johnson and like, no, he's cool. And I'm like, I don't think he's cool.
Brian Kelly's a super successful football coach.
I know.
He won 2 national titles at Division II, Grand Valley.
Right.
You can't do that unless you're a great coach. He's won Central Michigan, Cincinnati, Notre Dame. He got Notre Dame. Before Brian Kelly, people were like, Notre Dame will never be good.
I know.
Never. And he got him into 2 BCS title game and a playoff. Now, they got smoked.
Yeah.
But so what? They're playing Alabama and, that Alabama team that destroyed them in that BCS game. Forget. But he got them there.
Yeah.
And so he rebuilt that program. And then, does he need a nice year at LSU? Sure. But
all right,
he's
so
a
we got
good coach.
We
But
got
anyway.
Clemson, LSU, Miami. You like Miami, Notre Dame, and then what's the third one you would pick if we're setting aside Ohio State, Texas?
Auburn, Baylor's pretty. I'm looking here at the list. Auburn, Baylor's pretty interesting. I'll give you a good one. Okay. All
right.
You and knowing some of your Roser for sure, and then some of your audience might, be okay with is it's the Pac-12 After Dark reboot, Utah UCLA. It's going off at 11 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, this
Remember
is you know what? Roser's so mad. He's doing a bit later about games that we have not mentioned, and he just held up his. He just held up his.
I knew you'd like it, Roser.
He knew he called you. He called his shot on you, Roser.
He did.
All right, so that's Nico.
Because that's like last call. Like you're drinking.
Yes.
It's the real hardcore. You're at the bar. No, I can't come home on. I got one more game to watch.
Chasing bets. Hardcore chasing bets.
Second half. Yeah. Iamaleava over 200 yards. Second half. Yeah. Just chasing bad money. Too many drinks. You're just fried. You started at big noon. Yeah, that's the hardcore game, and it used to be we'd get these weird Pac-12 games with UCLA and Utah, but now they're in different leagues, so there's no Pac-12.
Okay, wait, Utah has had the same quarterback for the last decade. Who is it now? If you tell me it's Cam Rising, I'm about to walk off
he's done.
this show.
He's done.
Okay,
they got to transfer in from New Mexico, and Whittingham says he's got his best offensive line. They're dangerous team. It's going to be good.
Dude, do you buy the? Do you I don't want to trash any outlet. Did you see the on-3 numbers for what the quarterbacks were all getting paid? I wondered if that was real. Like, is it?
I didn't see it. What did they have?
They had that Nico was getting $1.2 million, and I was like, no way. Like, he left Tennessee and is going to get $1 million less than Diego Pavia. They said Diego Pavia is getting $2 million at Vanderbilt. I was like, damn, bro. The Vandy quarterback's getting $2 million, and Nico left and is going to get $1 million.
Well, yeah. So there's two ways to look at Iamaleava there. Not a great business decision. He was going to make more at Tennessee. Plus, it's like you got to pay income tax out in California, all that. So there's all of that. Then again, how much were you making when you were 20?
Fair enough.
Let's
Fair enough.
not shed too many tears for Nico.
Yeah.
He's going to be all right. If you imagine being 20 years old and making 1.2 million, get to live in LA.
Oh my God.
Not bad. So I don't know. I don't know how accurate those are. I mean, those are agents, and you try to piece that together. But it's probably a relatively good. I mean, the problem there was that he left after most of the. If he had left in December, he would have gotten a higher number because he's a good player. And if he had left Tennessee right after the playoff loss, he would have. But everybody bids out, right? So, how much did they have Carson Beck getting at Miami?
It was over 2.
Over 2. It might have been even more.
3.
Do they go that route instead of Carson Beck? Maybe, who knows?
Do you know who had like
these high priced teams like Miami, they got their guy.
They had a guy up there that was making like damn near the most that they listed was the guy that transferred from Tulane to Duke. And I was like,
he was the highest paid. Yeah.
Duke's throwing around $6 million or for 2 years or whatever.
Duke's dropping bags now. Duke football is legit. This is why I like NIL.
I do too.
They cry Wild Wild West. We used to go in this season and we'd have 3 teams to go win the title.
That's right.
And they'd get Alabama would sign like 15 of the top 100 players in the country every year. 12, 11, whatever. And it was a mismatch. Now anybody can get a player. Anyone can get a QB.
Yeah.
QB spread out. And so it's way more parity. Not only are more good players in different places, and you see it like, Baylor's got, I think they're bringing in a 5-star lineman. Texas Tech's who's recruiting 5 stars. Like different schools can pour their money into a certain player. They're not going to get as many guys as Georgia and Alabama or whatever, but they can overpay for here and there. But those schools are a little weaker because they're not just stacked with 3 5-star kid. It's just there was a playoff game I talk about all the time, Notre Dame versus Alabama. It wasn't the BCS game, but it was a different playoff game, and Alabama had 22 5-stars on their team, and Notre Dame had 2. One was a freshman didn't play. And now, if you look at 5-stars, there's usually about 30 to 35 guys a year. That's like a first-round pick in the NFL. Imagine having 22 first-round picks. How you doing?
I talk about this a lot because going back to those years, obviously I'm a Cowboys fan, and so our corner Trayvon Diggs, like there was that old story about how he showed up at Alabama. Of course, his brother is Stephon Diggs, but he showed up at Alabama and he was like 7th on the depth chart for receivers, and so they turned him into a corner. And of course, he's now $100 million corner in the NFL. It's like, okay, that's embarrassing. But that does speak to your point, nowadays, ain't no way Trayvon Diggs just stays as the 7th wide receiver at Alabama. He just goes to another school and becomes the all-time leading receiver there.
Gets paid, gets on the field, and especially QB. There's only one guy.
Yes.
And, Darian Menso did a really good job at Tulane. He's the one who went to Duke, so he wanted to pop up. And, hey, I mean, again, these opportunities, most QBs, they're going to be, you see them now, right? They're all the stars from last year, right? Riley Leonard, he made good money going to Notre Dame, or Quinn Ewers, or just these guys, right? That were really good college quarterbacks, but they're sitting there 3rd, 4th, 5th pick. They're just sitting on the bench. Like, grab your money now, get your money, or Pavia, he doesn't.
Diego Pavia, he doesn't.
Yeah, Pavia. I'm sorry, I always says Diego Pavia. I mean, this kid, what a story on him. He's at Vanderbilt, but like he had no high school offers. He was a wrestler. He's a high school wrestler. So his weight was down.
He acts like a wrestler.
Yes, he's great.
He's amazing on that Netflix show.
Did you ever see his story on why at New Mexico?
The pissing thing
New Mexico
whatever?
State?
What did he pissed on the field or something?
He pissed on the New Mexico logo in their practice facility. And then,
he had to apologize for it.
Nothing. He's at like a military academy. Now he's sitting at Vanderbilt making huge money. Like, only in America, baby. Like,
only in America.
He's like 5'11". Like, he's not making that.
In your stomping grounds, when is the last time a Michigan athlete had like as much buzz around him as this Underwood kid does?
It's pretty rare. You get some basketball players, but not like football. No, I think I saw the stat that he's the youngest starting, maybe starter. I don't know if he's 18, whatever it is, or just turned 18. He's either the youngest starter, or youngest starting quarterback for sure in the history of the program, which is 140 years. He won a state football championship, Division I, as a freshman at Belleville High School. And was ridiculous in that game. And he ended up winning again as a sophomore. They did not win as a junior and senior, but when he was 14, it was like, oh my goodness, and was immediately number one. And I don't know how he'll be as a college. He's got a long, long way to go, but he's very, so I don't want to make this comparison because people think it's like the MVP season, but he's got this Cam Newton element of just, I'm the biggest guy in the field. I might be the fastest guy in the field. I might be the strongest guy in the field. You know, can he throw it? Can you? There's so much to learn. But when you watch him, he's just an incredible physical talent. So he's been pretty well known in football circles in the Midwest since he was freshman in high school.
Good grief. And I mean, obviously the kid has the opportunity playing. He'll be on national TV a bunch, and it's. I guess him and Arch, for that matter, right? It's like, are you going to deliver on this? Like, these guys do get a hype that is much different where we have this keen awareness of them before we even watch them play big-time college football. And so it would be fun to see somebody, like, deliver on all the hype.
Well, Arch is astounding, right? I mean, has just been because of his last name.
Sure.
I don't, so the Arch to me is one of the 2 or 3 biggest stories of the season going in. And we've seen individual players dominate like all the talk going into a season, but it's usually because of what they've already done. Yeah. Johnny Manziel, year 2, Tim Tebow, a second year as a starter, that type of stuff, right? Trevor Lawrence, guys like that have already, Arch has, played a little, but he's looked good when he's played, but he's only started 2 games. It was a group of 5 in Mississippi State. Mm-hmm. And now, but because of that last name, everyone's talking about Arch Manning. And then the other one's Bill Belichick. So it's like Belichick and Manning. It's like 2004 NFL is the storylines of
How weird is that going to be on Monday night to see Belichick on that? I mean, you covered those Patriots teams way back when. Yeah. How strange is it going to be to see Bill Belichick on the sideline as we're watching North Carolina play TCU on Monday night?
Yeah, I can't wait to see what he can do. How does this translate? Does he come up with some unique schemes? How does he develop play? Like, how does it work? Belichick, situational football is incredible, but that's working with pros.
Right.
They're super well coached. He teaches the game really well. I just told this story on our College Game Day podcast, but it was like, I remember talking to Junior Seau, the late Junior Seau, when he went to New England. Now, Junior Seau went late in his career. He was already a Hall of Fame. I mean, he's an incredible player, right? All-timer. And he was talking about how much he was learning under Bill Belichick. And I'm like, what exactly is Junior Seau still learning about this position at that age?
Right.
But that's what Belichick can keep teaching. Now, the question is, that's great, but you got to have Junior Seau on your team to win these games. And you gotta, can he get that first bit of teaching? I don't know. I'm fascinated. Second week of the season, he's coaching at Charlotte, which has a 20,000 seat football stadium.
I mean, imagine I would have told you 5 years ago that Bill Belichick is going to be a college football coach. Like, maybe you could have seen him go off to the sunset by like coaching a military academy or some crap, right? Like maybe.
But, yeah, like Navy. Yeah, if he goes back to Navy or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. It's
I'd have been like, hey, he's going to have a Hulu show, a hot young girlfriend, and he's coaching North Carolina. You'd have been like, what?
What is happening? All right. I'm looking forward to how this all came together. I don't know. He's feuding with Robert Kraft. Yep. He's we're going to see. He's got a Hulu show coming out. Like all those years, everybody wanted Hard Knocks to get the Patriots, right?
Yes.
But they had these blocks on it. Like if you made the playoffs, you could veto being in it. You weren't right. Eligible, and they could never. Now he just signs up for the thing.
Yes.
Who knows? His staff. I mean, like I know there's all this talk about the girlfriend, and it was a huge thing, and it certainly was kind of fun story. But when it comes to football, I mean, he's there at 6 a.m. Like, he's not really cavorting around town much. And you guys know, like, college coaches, their wives are always around.
Yes. Omnipresent.
Like, it's family. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Coach, wives, kids. It's a family thing. So,
but they're also usually
different.
not the same age as
It's a
the
little
players.
Same deal, you know. Love is love. You don't.
You know what I mean?
You get to choose who you love. You just love. You know, it's all there. It's a sweet.
All right.
I mean, if there's hope for Travis and Taylor, there's hope for Jordan and Bill.
Were your daughters psyched up about the Travis and Taylor news?
Hell yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Well, one of them was. The other was not. Yeah. How about you?
My daughter, yes. Oh,
it's big news.
That was big news. That was big news yesterday. In fact, my wife told me I told her when I got home, I'm like, you saw the news, right? She goes, oh, the entire hair salon stopped. Like, my wife was getting her hair cut, and she's like, hey, don't mess up my hair just because they all at the same time got the alert. And so the entire salon, everybody's just bandying about, talking about Taylor and Travis getting engaged.
Where was this garden?
News.
What is this ring? Oh, my God.
All right. Before we get out of here, I got to ask you about a very serious topic, because you wrote a very good, very big article. Roser had actually sent it to me originally when about this predatory web of sextortion, this horrible problem that is going on. And I texted you after I read the article, and I read the article, and I immediately went in and talked to my son, who is 15, who is a sophomore in high school. And as you also know, who have had teenage kids, right? These kids are on their phones. They're involved in social media in a way that they have never been before. But if you can just explain to my audience, because I do think it's very instructive for a lot of my audience also is dealing with teenage kids at this point. And for me, as a parent, I'm reading your article mortified, going, I didn't even know this kind of thing was going on. Like, I almost feel like, remember how we thought our parents were doofuses? That's how I felt at that moment. And I was like, oh, God. And I went in and I went in and had this like long conversation with my son about who he interacts with and making sure of who he interacts with online, because right now there is, as you have chronicled in this, there's this predatory action that is going on, and it is targeting high school kids, right?
High school boys. Yeah. So it's really, in this case, they kind of call it financial sextortion. I think everyone knows, like, don't send a picture that someone can use it, leak it to your class, whatever. That's more like another kid in the school, or an ex-boyfriend when it's the girl, or whatever. These are organized crime, and they are in, the FBI says, primarily Nigeria and the Ivory Coast. And this is the same operation that would send you the Nigerian prince emails or go after the elderly and target them. What they have found is high school boys, which I think we can all attest, aren't really always thinking things through. And they are going after not just 15 to 19-year-old kids or 14, whatever they can find, and posing as these. They hack these accounts, they fake up these accounts. And they get a 15-year-old kid to think that, some 18-year-old college girl in LA really wants to chat with them, but they reach out, they have scripts, they have strategy, they have a team of guys sitting there in rooms with, trying to drum up chats with 30 or 40 people a night. And it's all designed to get them to send them a picture, or even worse, it doesn't even have to be an intimate photo. It could be a closed a photo with you're in your clothes, but in a mirror that they can then take and with AI or Photoshops or whatever, and make it look like you sent a nude. And then they will pounce. If they can get an advantage on you, they will pounce, and they've got a whole team, and they're like, look, here's we're going to send this to, we have the tags of every person that goes to your high school. We have all of your teachers. We have all of the people your mom goes to church with. Here's all their Facebook friends. Here's your coach. Here's your Aunt Betsy, whatever. We're going to send it to everybody. And they have, using specific language about ruin your life and I'll go viral. And they use the same language and they hone it down. This is, again, organized crime. This is not just somebody messing around.
Because I think a lot of people say, oh, you got to be stupid to fall for like a catfish. As I am reading your article, I'm like, oh my God, is this sophisticated?
It's sophisticated.
It's so
and you
much
can
more
say it's
sophisticated than people watching MTV going, how could anybody ever fall for that catfish?
Right.
Like, this is so beyond catfishing because they're preying on the emotions of already volatile kids, right? Like when you're in your teenage years, you're trying to figure out yourself anyway, and you write this horrible story about one of the kids that committed suicide because they convinced him they were going to ruin his life. Yes. Yeah. He was so embarrassed that he had sent the dick pic and they were going to expose him if he didn't come up with the money that he ends up writing like an apology letter to his family. And
then kills himself within 5 hours of being contacted.
Jesus.
This is, you can say like, this is, don't be stupid, but these are, again, it's like.
They know what they're doing.
It's like lock your car door. Well, they broke into my car anyway. Like they know what they're doing and it's working. So it goes beyond just, and it's understanding that if you are in that compromised position, let's say you okay, stupid, I sent the pic. I really did think it was a girl, whatever. Or I was just messing around. I didn't think they would turn on me like this. Right.
Right.
You just got to walk away. They're like fishing. And if you're on the hook, you can't pay enough money to get out of it. You just have to like report the thing or just basically put your phone down, walk away and go tell somebody. You need your kid to do that. But the ability of these guys to get into the heads of, there's all parts I didn't put in, the kids' frontal lobes aren't fully developed and all that. They have found it. And they find particularly the more popular the kid, the more susceptible they actually are. And this is the part that's also different. The kid I wrote about, Jordan DeMay, up in Michigan, in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, they go a lot after small town high school athlete stars. Like he's a really good high school athlete in his town. He was the homecoming kid. He's one of the most popular. He had this huge, good-looking kid. He had a girlfriend. He had all these friends. They used the assets of the popular kid against them. Because they end up having more to lose and they're actually more likely to panic and make rash decisions because they're not used to being knocked down a peg. And so it almost works backwards. So they actually are looking for star athletes. That's why we wrote about it. They have a larger online footprint. A lot of them are trying to get recruited, right? They're putting, this kid wanted to play like D2 high school football, right? So they're doing all this stuff and they are so good at it. There was a football player in Columbus, Ohio, 27 minutes after he was first approached by this fake account, he commits suicide. So obviously you got to have a firearm and there's different things that go into it, but 27 minutes. So there's no warning. Jordan DeMay, his parents like, this is the happiest kid. There's nobody happier. He's going to college. He's got a girlfriend. He's got
homecoming king, star player, the whole thing.
There's no depression. Everybody who's got a teenager, they're always on, what's going on. But your kid could go up to his room to do his homework. You could be cooking dinner. 27 minutes later, he's dead. And you don't really know why. And one of the things is
this is not like a small problem. This has now become very widespread.
In the last about 3 years is about it's averaging about one suicide a month that we know about. Now we only know because certain times either someone can get into their phone and find it, or these guys tip themselves off somewhere else. But I'll give you the kid in Ohio who passed away very quickly. His phone was pass locked. His parents had no idea what happened. 30 minutes later, he's gone. It took 10 months before they cracked the code on the phone, opened it up, and figured out why. Law enforcement, just because someone commits suicide or there's a death, they can't launch a criminal investigation to find out why unless there's a suspicion of a crime occurring. So, there are spikes in young teenage boys committing suicide. We don't even know how many of those are because of this. So the number, you talk to FBI or the Exploited Children, National Center for Exploited Missing Children, who track these things, and they're like, yeah, we've got about 40 cases, but that isn't it. We don't know how many. Could be hundreds.
Because they're not telling anyone because they're so embarrassed.
They're embarrassed. They delete
you would
the
never
phone.
even know. You wouldn't know because the reason they're killing themselves is because they're so overcome.
They're
and
shamed,
they're so
yeah.
embarrassed. They're so ashamed at the time that you don't even have time to know what just happened.
Yeah. So if you think you can't talk to your kid enough about it, and I would recommend, if you're concerned about this, go to the FBI, look up a Sextortion, National Center Exploited Missing Children. They have what to do as a parent. There are ways to get the photos down. There's all this, but like no kid is too popular or too grounded or too healthy that this can't happen to them. In some ways, those kids are actually the most vulnerable right now because that's what they're looking for. Because they're like, hey, this kid might even have some money. And if I could figure that out, right? He's in a wealthy suburb. He's super popular. All this stuff. Let's target this kid. Let's just keep bombing him with these, Instagram, some girl, hey, how are you? What's going on? All that. Boom, boom, boom. They'll just keep targeting them. And if they get them, they can get some money. That's all. The scammers in overseas are just looking for money. They aren't really thinking that these kids are gonna kill themselves, but they are ruthless with the pressure. You can read the transcripts in the story. It's awful. It's just an awful story.
And it's hard to describe, right? As a father of a preteen and a teenager, and you who have had teenagers, it's when you have them, you understand how that could happen. How it could happen where they would be so ashamed, embarrassed, etc. Even as great a kids as they are, you could see, because they also don't want to they don't want to be that tricked.
Disappoint you.
Yeah, disappoint you. They don't want to disappoint you, and they also would just be so embarrassed that they did get themselves in this situation. Right.
Yeah, we also need to destigmatize that this is even a thing, right?
Yeah,
right.
Well,
so what, right? Laugh it off. That wasn't me. That's AI. I don't know, but it's a real thing, and there's these really heroic parents out there that have had this happen to them, and they're willing to tell their stories, and that's I'm thankful for that, because it's again, you can't imagine going to bed, everything's great, everything's great, and then in the morning they're gone,
right?
And you don't know why.
Have they made any headway, the legal operations, of figuring out where this is coming from? Obviously, you said it's overseas and it's organized crime.
They've extradited and charged. The ones with Jordan DeMay, 2 of the 3 guys are in prison in the United States. But it takes enormous effort by the FBI to try to put this thing together. And then it's a long process. You have to try them in Nigeria. They have rights in Nigeria, and then if you get them, you can extradite them. Like, it can take a long time. We have no extradition treaty with the Ivory Coast, and these are easy scams. The number of scams that don't result in the suicide, that are just the kid paid me $300, $500. It's so easy and it's so fast. When you're trying to trick an elderly person, right? Yeah. And we've all, hey, grandma, no, give me 10 grand. That can take months to build that trust. This is a matter of minutes, hours, and they'll just move on to the next guy. And these kids are online nonstop, right?
Right.
Every 17-year-old country's on Instagram probably right now.
Well, and also they are posing as hot
girls,
female teenagers. Yes.
Or even
these guys
they're not even that hot. They're like approachable. Some of them, they'll rig it and try to see what works, because a kid will be like, all right, look, this girl that's not real, right? Like, that girl's not like, but then they make it like it's not that bad.
They'll make it real. Yeah.
They'll make it seem real. This is organized crime. So it needs to be more like, look, you park your car in a lighted parking garage and someone breaks into your car, it's not your fault, right? Stinks it happens, but that's how it's got to be, because these guys know what they're doing. So it's terrifying. I encourage every parent to try to, and
so
kid listening.
I'm just going to talk to you dad to dad, in the same way that, like, with all of my audience that's listening that has kids. You're the one that wrote the article, so I mean, you know more about this story than anyone. How did you talk to your girls about it?
Just that, like, understand that if you send, look, you can say don't ever send a photo. I mean, that's number one. But even then, don't send any photos, because the AI part is just adds to the terror. A young kid in Kentucky kills himself. It was an AI photo. So he took like a photo in the mirror of him standing there, and then they were able to I don't know, it's AI or whatever it is. They're able to make the image look like he's nude. He didn't even send a nude photo, but they made it look like he did, and it worked just the same, right? So don't send any photo,
right?
Right, until you find out who this person is. And some of them, like, this is what they do, is a headshot. Like, this kid was sending pictures of him in his basketball uniform and stuff, whatever. He ended up making a mistake. But if you make that mistake and they say, hey, I need $1,000, I need $500, or it's going viral, put the phone down, close the computer, walk away. You could flag the account, but you walk away, because if you pay them, they're just going to keep asking for more. And really, if you stop responding, you're like the fish that gets off the hook.
Right.
And they're right. But if you're on that hook, there's nothing that will appease them. You can't talk them out of it. I mean, this kid's pleading for his life. They want you to keep talking to them because they can keep applying pressure. They'll go away. They're working 25 or 30. I think lately they haven't been sending the photos to anyone. They are unlikely to actually share the photo. They may sit there and say, hey, here's your mom's church group. Guess what's coming? And you just go, oh, my Lord, my life is over, right? This is my whole, I mean, they can figure out anything. If you got a team of people on the computer, that's your neighbor, right? Oh, that's the woman, that's the mom next door. We're going to send it to her. Oh, my God, that's her Facebook. But they aren't, because that actually leaves them more susceptible to getting caught criminally. So they're probably bluffing. Turn the thing off. If your photo gets out there, there's a thing called take it down law. There's ways that you can work with the National Center of Exploited and Missing Children to get the photo off the internet. There's a lot you can do. Your life is not going to be over. Right. But it's the number one thing is just walk away from it. Stop interacting with them, because that's it. Because really at the end, and it's the suicide part that obviously just adds to the.
And that's honestly why I talk to my son, is because the thing that scared me the most about yours, because my son would be like, I know, right? You know what I mean? I know not to. Bro,
so did this kid Jordan DeMay.
Hey, so did that first kid. He thought it was fake.
He kept saying, you're fake.
You're fake, you're fake. Real. And then they convinced him, like, it became so real that he was like, oh, okay. And then they built the trust with him, and then they bombed him out in terms of.
They said send a nude. Yep. His first picture he sent. You remember that thing from like COVID where there's the big guy, and it was he sent that. Yeah, I love this kid. He's funny.
It's on every golf group.
We've all seen it. I don't have to say anymore. I don't want to say anymore. Let's just say that. He sent that. So he's like, this
when you
real.
sent the photo during COVID, and every guy in my audience is like,
Goes, oh, yeah, that thing. Yeah. Remember, people were like, I got COVID. Check my COVID report. You got me.
Damn it.
Everybody was there. Yeah, everyone. So he sent that. But eventually they wore him down. They had him for like it was like 2.5 hours. Then he sent it, and then it was 2 more hours or 2.5 more hours. So he knew. Yeah. He knew. And again, but they will use all the
ensnared.
They'll use your assets against you. What do you have going for you? They will attack those. That part's really, this is just, it's very, very different. And it's a horrible crime for girls. It's right. It's terrible if it's another classmate or an ex-boyfriend. I'm not minimizing any of that, but girls somehow are more seen as a victim, and then more seen as they're better equipped at handling it without violence.
Right.
And the boys can't get to the point where just, dude, you're a victim. You're a victim. Instead, they take incredible shame, and then they react in dramatic ways. And so it's more effective against the boys than the girls.
Well, hopefully there's a whole lot of parents that are listening to our show right now that can at least have a sit-down conversation with their kid like I did with mine after the article came out, because I didn't even have an awareness that this was going on, and it was terrifying.
Yeah.
Right. Enjoy this college football weekend, Dan. This is going to be unbelievable. I know you loved week 0, so week 1's going to be unbelievable.
Yeah, much better.
Good to see you again. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, guys. Always good to be on. Take care.
My man, Dan Wetzel from ESPN.com.
Yeah.
Now, we spend, better part of 20 years saying Yahoo.com. Yeah.
Yahoo.
He terrifying.
And
it's so far beyond catfishing, because my immediate reaction was, high school kids are getting catfish.
No, this
it's
is deeper
so
than that. Because we're talking about, I was
they're
saying in the
so
chat,
good at it.
Yeah, because like the number one thing when you're a high schooler, bro, is being embarrassed among your peers.
Yep.
That is the number one thing.
Yep.
Like you can do this, you can do that.
That's why they're targeting the athletes, the homecoming kings.
Exactly. That's like the one thing that can really shake a high school.
When you read his article on ESPN.com, I mean, it's story after story, and it is just bona fide tragedy.
Yeah, bro. Screw these scammers, bro. Somebody need to get them people.
Because these kids think they go, my life's over.
Yeah. Like, I am the top of the top. And you, like you said,
I can never face. Because they think in their mind, they're going, I'm going to walk into school and every single person in that school is going to have seen my pecker and I can't live with myself.
They're going to have it on the locker.
Yes.
They're going to have it on the.
I'm serious.
It's going to be in the group chats. Like,
what? You don't like the word pecker?
You can't say pecker.
I just did it.
Rosa, we're having a serious conversation.
I
You're laughing about pecker,
because
bro.
he said pecker.
We're having a serious conversation right now.
He said pecker.
What do you want?
Oh, no. He's nodding.
What do you want me to call it? What do you want me to call it?
Have a serious
What do you want me to
conversation.
call it? All right, you're the worst.
Yeah, you're Rosie.
The worst. You said pecker.
That's what it is.
What do you want to say, dick?
I don't know.
What do you want to call it?
You're pecker.
All right, take
Yeah,
a
we're
break.
gonna have a good conversation.
All right, we'll come
Bro,
back.
you ruined it. Good job, Rosie.
Like everything, you ruined it.
Scotty Scheffler ran away with the Open Championship this weekend. My God, this guy, he's not real. Have we reached the point with Scotty Scheffler where you don't have to care a thing about golf, but you still know there's a dude named Scotty Scheffler who is awesome at it?
He is solidified himself as one of the greats in the sport. At this point, probably of all time.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Catch us if you can at Southland Casino Hotel and win your share of up to $1.8 million in free play and prizes. Join us for drawings every Saturday in May, June, and July. Each month, over 900 winners will take home free play or drive off in a new car or motorcycle. Be there for all 6 grand finale drawings and try to catch us if you can, only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Shinedown. Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum, Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit shinedown.com.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
The NBA announced their Dunk of the Year yesterday. It was voted on by the fans, and it went to Ja Morant for his double clutch through Porzingis and Derek White. The call of it was excellent. That game we hung on to for a long time last season, but it was a spectacular dunk.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hart, live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back. Back to Sonic RNDIO, that spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item, whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Let's go, Grizz, let's go!
Oh, John Moran just broke the rim with that finish.
Defense, take that ball! Defense, take that ball!
Jared with a rejection.
Give me that!
Moran digs at it, knocks it away. Picked up by Pippen. Bob, Brendan Clark.
Ooh, on that rim!
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
Welcome back to the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, back to your host, Chris Vernon.
Just be cool. Throwing dead presidents. Look alive. Party is the evidence. It's a vibe. Celebrating next.
All right, we're back. Chris Vernon Show. Roser's already ruined the show, so I'm going to let him ruin it some more. So, of course, Jessica Benson comes in typically on Wednesdays at this time, and she will give us a list of things to look forward to over the weekend, or maybe a list of things that we did not know were going on. But with college football week 1 on the horizon, typically Jessica comes in here with a list of 5 games to look forward to that weekend and tries to pick some that we might have not covered as much as others, but in true Roser fashion, he does not have 5. He only has 4.
I added
because
a fifth.
No, don't add one.
Okay.
Don't add one.
Okay, fine.
The real
a
question
shoddy
is,
5th one
Fine.
just to have 5.
Okay.
Just admit that you did.
I did 4. I did 4 games.
Why?
the real question is, Roser, what podcast did you listen to get these games from?
Chris Felica.
I haven't listened to his pod yet.
What's a nerdy gambler guy you listen to? Todd Furman.
They stopped doing their pod.
They did?
They stopped doing it, yeah.
Oh, you're not going to
did.
know anything this year.
They did. They did a pod to explain why they stopped doing their pod.
What was the reason?
Money. That's what I gathered from it.
Well, they didn't
Just-
they
we're
didn't
getting-
make enough money?
No, you're not paying us enough to do this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. I think it kind of felt like we make more money gambling than we do off this podcast, so we could just spend our time researching stuff.
Oh,
and
so they
gambling.
just stole Vinny Verno's whole bit.
Yeah.
Basically.
Why do I need you?
Yeah. Right.
I can make money gambling.
So that's what I took from it.
No.
Yeah, that's
So
what I
what
took.
podcast you listen to get these numbers?
He's
Not listening to
searching.
any.
He's searching.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boy, I tell you this: your college football knowledge is going to go down precipitously now that you do not have Todd Furman with his hand in your back doing
You want to be some haters?
Who are
be some
Hey,
haters.
where are you going to steal all your info
You
from?
want to be some haters? Be some haters. That's fine.
Not quite.
All right, go ahead.
What you got, Roser?
What you got,
All
Roser?
right. We're going to start Thursday. East Carolina and NC State.
Okay, see.
Okay.
Yeah, see.
So here's the point.
Why?
Why? Because everybody knows about Texas and Ohio State, and everybody knows about Alabama and Florida State, and LSU and Clemson and Notre Dame and Miami. Everybody knows about those games. Everybody's looking forward to those games. So we're going to start with Thursday night, and I'm going to tell you why maybe I could get you interested in this.
Okay.
And then when you might be interested in it, I'll tell you why it sucks. Okay.
What?
NC State is minus 14, over under 61.5 here. This game is on Thursday night. Blake Harrell took over last year at East Carolina after Mike Houston got fired midway through the season. Turned East Carolina's season around, and they went 5-1 after that. And they played in their bowl game.
Well, didn't his whole team leave too?
They did not all leave. They played in their bowl game.
East Carolina did?
NC State. And this is what happened at the end of that game last year.
Oh.
A brawl broke out. A referee ended up with a bloody eye in that game, too. East Carolina won the game 26-21.
I don't think there's.
This isn't much of a brawl.
Yeah, it's not really.
Is it? Oh.
Does it pushing, shoving, referee gets
Does
hit
it
in the
get
face.
better?
It's not that great, but the
Does it
referee gets hit in the
I
face.
guarantee
Does it get better?
These players don't even play there anymore.
So, some of them do.
Oh, no, it's getting better. It's getting better. The brawl's getting better.
There we go. There we go. Oh, sideline.
All right, okay.
Sideline.
So we got smoke between
There
these
we
teams.
go.
Yes,
Okay.
there's real smoke between
Yeah, the
these
challenge
teams.
wants to know, Rosa, did these games suck or not?
It's 26-21.
It was 26
No, I'm saying these games you're about to give us. Are you telling
No.
us a reason to watch these games?
I'm trying to give you something else to watch.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to make you interested in it.
What channel is this on? Oh,
I'll get to that.
Discovery.
There's no way you did the research.
I'll get to that. Players to care about in this game, ECU quarterback Caden Hauser. He took over last year in October after they fired the head coach. He went 5-2 in his starts. 61. This guy might be our new Caden Salter. From the standpoint of when he throws it, you have no effing idea where the ball is going to go because he does complete 61% of his passes. But this guy has 18 touchdowns and 11 interceptions. And if you go back to his career at Michigan State, he has 24 touchdowns and 16 interceptions.
Don't you ever
And he's
compare
been
this guy
sacked.
to the great Caden Salter.
And he has been sacked 25 times. He threw 2 picks in that bowl game that East Carolina won.
I like the Pirates dance.
Yeah.
Did you see the
little dance? Yeah.
The Pirates dance is great.
Oh, whoa! 15 yards.
John Morant.
Yeah.
15 yards.
Did the John Morant 15-yard
Whoa,
penalty.
Whoa!
But yeah, this guy, Caden Hauser, in that bowl game against NC State, 147 yards passing, no touchdowns, and 2 picks. Not great.
So he stinks.
But he had 84 yards rushing and 2 rushing touchdowns in the game against NC State. As for NC State, bad season last year, finished 6-7. They were a top 25 team, and then they got ran out by Tennessee. They also ended up losing to Wake Forest. Player to watch for them, running back Hollywood Smothers. Hollywood Smothers.
He said he's the starter?
Hollywood Smothers.
You don't know if he's a starter?
Yes, he is. Hollywood Smothers, 571 yards last year rushing, 6 touchdowns. You're like, what? That's not that big of a deal. His last 3 games, Georgia Tech, North Carolina, East Carolina, 35 carries, 301 yards, 4 touchdowns, 8.6 yards per carry.
Respectfully,
came
Rosa,
on strong at the end of
Hollywood
the year.
Smothers is an amazing name.
Yes,
Hollywood
but I'm
Smothers.
going to just tell you, Rosa, you have not convinced me at all to watch this show.
What channel?
So this is what sucks. 6 o'clock on the ACC network on Thursday. Who has the ACC network?
I think that's just. I think they would just run it on ESPNU or some crap.
If they run it on that, then cool. Yeah. But I remember my last year with Xfinity, I didn't get the ACC network when I had Xfinity.
Rosa,
I couldn't watch
I'll raise you a
ACC
Thursday
network.
game. I'm watching Norfolk State versus Towson. Michael Vick's coaching debut.
Rosa, you are off to a beyond pathetic start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one is going to be one that you do watch.
I mean, that sucked.
That was bad.
East Carolina versus NC State.
Well, you're going to watch. You're going to watch
You've
Nebraska,
gotta
Cincinnati.
convince me.
You're going to watch Nebraska,
You're damn
Cincinnati.
right I am.
Yeah.
0 for 1.
Watch the quarterback
You're
of East
0 for
Carolina.
1.
That's the guy to watch.
0 for 1.
Turn it over.
Friday night.
Hey, by the way, if you have 3 strikes by the time you get for you don't get to do the 4th.
Yes, I do. Georgia Tech at Colorado Friday night, 7 o'clock on ESPN.
Okay. He's got us back.
Georgia Tech is minus 4.5. We have
Two
a total.
quarterbacks.
We have a total of 52.5. Colorado transfer portal warriors. 37 players out, 31 players in. 24th ranked portal class in the country. 2 4-stars. One of them came from Memphis, the offensive lineman. The other one is the quarterback,
Caden Salter, baby, from Liberty.
But who is going to catch the ball for Colorado?
Oh, they got dudes.
I don't know.
Because Travis Hunter is gone. How do you replace
So
Shedeur
is Horn,
Sanders?
right? The Horn kid.
How do you replace the Heisman Trophy winner?
Amarian Miller, right? Amarian Miller.
Amarian Miller had 21 catches last year, 450 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's in 2 years at Colorado. Those are his total stats. Their transfer that they are banking on is Sincere Brown, a transfer from Campbell. 61 catches, 1,000 yards, 12 touchdowns last season. None of this matters if Colorado cannot stop the run. Defense, line of scrimmage is where they have been bad. They got a little better last year, though. 8th in the Big 12 in rushing defense. That's still not great. Georgia Tech wants to run the ball. Georgia Tech number 2 and number 1 in Brent Key's 2 years in rushing the ball in the ACC. Haynes King is back. Running back Jamal Haynes is back. 1,000 rushing yards every season. 20 yards or 20 touchdowns for Georgia Tech.
So we can recall immediately watching them beat Florida State in Week 1 last year. Remember that?
Yep.
That was how. And little did we know Florida State was going to not win any games.
Yes.
But that was like a big deal, right? They won that first week, and I like Haynes King, man. He is fun to watch.
This is a good matchup, bro.
He is. This is a good matchup.
Quarterback matchup.
Because Colorado is supposed to be. They've gotten better on the defensive line. Added some transfers. One of them, Jaheim Otis. 6'5", 325-pound defensive tackle, transfer from Alabama, who was upset with his playing time. He's a former top 50 recruit in the country.
Okay.
The prime thing is always fun. It's at Colorado, right?
It's at Colorado. Friday night, 7 o'clock on ESPN.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah,
I'll give you a make. For
yeah,
that.
All right. So you got us back. So now you're 1-1.
Now I got to convince you to put this one on the small TV.
All right.
Saturday, 11 a.m. It's the same time as Texas Ohio State. That's going to be on the big TV. I'm telling you to put this one, little TV down here. And I got to convince you to watch Mississippi State at Southern Miss.
Oh, God.
The Battle of Mississippi?
11 a.m. on ESPN. Mississippi State is minus 13.5, a total of 61.5. Mississippi State brings back Blake Shapen at quarterback, and it's shaping up to be another bad season in Starkville.
Boo!
I had to do that one.
Stinks.
Who's got tomatoes?
I had to do that one. Their offensive line allowed 3.3 sacks per game last year. Shapen only started 4 games before he got injured, a fractured scapula. He was sacked 11 times in those 4 games. Not good. But why you need to care about this is because of Southern Miss and what happened with their program. They were god-awful last year. They won 1 game.
Okay.
Did not win a conference game.
Okay.
And then they went and hired, without having to pay a buyout, Charles Huff. And you ask, who is Charles Huff? Charles Huff was...
Who asked it like that?
Nobody.
Charles Huff was the head coach at Marshall.
Okay.
And what he did at Marshall...
He took his whole team, right?
32 and 20 in 4 years, including 10 and 3 last season. Back in 2022, when he was coaching them, they went on the road and won at number 8 Notre Dame. He's a former assistant at Penn State. Recruited Saquon Barkley, got him to Happy Valley. He was former assistant at Alabama, where he recruited Devontae Smith, Dallas Turner, J.C. Latham, and was rated as the best recruiter in the country.
Respectfully,
Southern Miss.
This was weird because you would not think you would ever leave Marshall for Southern Miss.
Nah, it's like, I feel like that's like
it was like some kind of.
It was a contract thing. They didn't want to get.
They had blow up with their administration
and his buyout that was going to be in his new contract.
Good, too.
Yeah. No, he was. He was very good.
He took his whole team, got on a bus, and went to Southern Miss.
So there are.
So you want us to watch Marshall in Southern Miss jerseys?
Small TV. I'm just trying to convince you. Small TV. Southern Miss has 11 players on their roster also that used to play at Mississippi State. This guy, Charles Huff, also took 21 of his players from a 10-win Marshall team and has brought them down there, including the preseason Sun Belt Player of the Year now, quarterback Braylon Braxton, 1,600 yards passing, 600 yards rushing, has 5 of his receivers from Marshall coming down with him. Braylon Braxton can freaking throw dots. He can run the ball. I'm telling you, that's why to care about this.
Oh, you think Mississippi State's in a world of crap?
And the
you
game,
think they're in a world of crap?
The game is in Hattiesburg. The game's in Hattiesburg.
No.
Here's another thing. Southern Miss also. Huff, I told you, he big-time recruiter at Penn State, big-time recruiter at Alabama, responsible for a lot of big-time players they brought in. He has brought in 11 defensive people on the line of scrimmage on the defensive side of the ball. Transfers who once played at Ole Miss, Colorado, Texas A&M, Kentucky, Miami, and Texas.
This guy can chunk it.
He's throwing
He's gone get the former players that used to play at these big-time Power 4, Power 5 schools.
Oh, he's stuck in there, too.
That aren't getting play at time and get them to come down here.
Jeff Levy, get ready. Get that resume ready.
But I'm saying the total in this game is 61.5. When Blake Shapen played his 4 games last year at Mississippi State, he had 9 touchdowns, 1 pick, threw for almost 1,000 yards in just 4 games. And now you have this entire offense from Marshall coming over to coming to play in Hattiesburg. Mississippi State's defense allowed 34 points per game last season, which was last in the SEC. They gave up 456 yards per game last in the SEC. I'm telling you, we may have a shootout in Hattiesburg on Saturday.
Did they not? These throws are great.
Yeah, this kid can freaking play.
But he's little too, like a little Kyler Murray.
So wait, did they? Am I misremembering this? Did they bail on their bowl game because they couldn't field a team? I think it was like a Hawaii situation with the whole Todd Graham thing a couple years ago. I think that they might have turned it down or something.
They declined it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and they got fined for it.
Yeah.
The Sun Belt fined
No, because everybody left with the coach.
The Sun Belt fined him $100,000
So this seriously
for
happened
opting out of the bowl game.
When he announced,
because if you win 10 games,
when he announced that he was leaving, I read this. When he announced he was leaving Marshall for Southern Miss, the next 17 days. Every day, one player from Marshall left to go to Southern Miss. He got 17 players in 17 days. But it's a little bit of a Kurt Signetti thing. He's like, I'm bringing in my guys.
Yeah.
That know what I want to do, know how I run things.
That's what Deion did too. He brought his Jackson State guys that he trusted.
Bring them with you.
The question is, Rosa,
bring
you
them
want
with
me
you.
to...
He said, I'm bringing my bags, and they Louis.
He did say that. He did say that. Some of them just wasn't fooey, but we made it there. Rosa, so you want to watch Marshall South versus Mississippi State?
I'm actually going to, you know what,
Rosa, have it on the small TV.
I like that quarterback.
It's the same time as Ohio State, Texas.
Is that quarterback? What's his name
big
again?
TV.
What's the quarterback's name?
Braylon Braxton.
I think Roser did a good job on this.
Yeah, let's see. Hold on.
I will do this. I will flip that on, Roser.
Because I would not be surprised if we look at, let me see what Braylon is. Oh, he's a senior. I want to say, if Braylon has a good year, he can end up playing at a bigger program next year.
Braxton.
He's a senior, though, so.
Yeah, Braylon Braxton. And that Marshall team averaged over 31 points per game last season. Mississippi State gave up almost 35 a game. They gave up over 450 yards per game. So I think you may have...
Southern Miss.
I think you may have a shootout. Just put it on the little TV. You're going to have Ohio State, Texas
I'll put
on
it
the
on
big
my
one.
phone.
I'll see if they can do any good.
Come on, Braylon.
Right.
Here's my last one. 10 p.m. on Fox.
Okay.
Utah at UCLA. Last game of the
Wetzel
night.
talked about this.
Utah's -6. You got a total of 51.5. Deshaun Foster starting his second season. He went 5-7 last year. It started off bad. Dude, they were 1-5. They got their ass kicked by Penn State and a bunch.
Yep.
I mean, there's a bunch of teams they got killed.
He beat USC, right?
But they finished 4-2 in their last 6 games.
Did they beat USC? I feel like they beat USC. Because that was when everybody's on Lincoln Riley's ass.
Did they beat them?
Am I wrong?
They lost, USC beat them last year, 19-13.
Oh, USC won.
USC beat them.
Yeah,
USC.
USC.
Okay, that was
and
not
then they
one of the
beat
wins.
Fresno State. And then they beat Fresno State at the
All
end.
right, so they ended 5-7.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. They beat Iowa, they beat Nebraska, they beat Rutgers, and they beat Hawaii to open the season.
It's Nico, though.
Actually, but they do have Nico. Everybody knows about Nico. Utah, on the other hand, Utah failed to make a bowl game for the first time since 2013. They went 5-7. It was only Kyle Whittingham. That was his 20th season last year. That was only his 3rd losing season. He's 166-86 in 20 seasons. He has 7 10-win seasons, 17 seasons with a winning record. He had thought about retiring after last year and said, I can't go out like that. So what have they done? Dan Wetzel mentioned offensive line they're really confident in. But let me introduce you to first-team All-Mountain West last season, transfer quarterback from New Mexico, Devin Dampier.
Shout out to my
This
dog.
little dude is 5'10",
Oh,
a
we stand for little kings.
58% completion percentage last year, 2,768 yards. 12 touchdowns, 12 picks. Okay, hear this.
Hold on.
No. Hear this.
Hear this. Hear me.
12 touchdowns, 12 picks.
1,166 rushing yards, 19 rushing touchdowns last year. Devin Dampier. There's one of these plays. Dude, look at this dude. This is
he dropped it, Rosie.
Yeah, he dropped it, but that was a dime.
Wait,
that was a
just
dime.
put a low light in the highlight package?
This is in his highlight package.
Why is that in his highlight package?
Because it wasn't his
It was
fault.
a great throw.
Yeah, it was an amazing throw. That's not his.
He can't
look
help
at this
that
against Auburn.
He can't help that he was throwing to Johnny Butterfingers.
Yeah. This dude runs about 70 yards to get like 6 yards
Jesus.
here. This is the new quarterback.
He's running for his life.
Devin Dampier. This is 10 p.m. on Fox. Nico against Devin Dampier.
Well, anybody except for Cam Rising, who we've been watching for the last 20
Exactly.
years.
Look at this dude,
And you
bro.
get to
Look at
tune
this dude
it-
running
yeah.
with 3 people.
Yeah. Had 19 rushing touchdowns last year at New Mexico. Devin Dampier.
You said Whittingham's been there for 20 years.
This is his 21st season. this
Do you
year.
know there's all right? Do you know who the other 2 are? There's only 2 that are longer or one is the same amount.
Oh,
Ferentz
He's
at Iowa.
He's the longest. He started in 1999. So that's 20. He's working on 26 years, 27 years, 26 years. There's one other.
Gundy.
He is tied with Whittingham.
Yeah,
Mike
Mike
Gundy,
Gundy.
yeah.
If you can get the one next on the longest tenured college football coaches,
Let's see. Hold
then
on.
I will be truly impressed.
Lock you in, Roser.
Is Frank Solich still at Ohio?
Let's see.
This is crazy.
Is it like a Power
You have
5?
no chance.
Power 5 joint?
No, you have
it's
no
a small
chance.
Because letters ain't there no more at Navy no more.
No, but you're on the right track.
I'm on the right track? Army? Air Force?
Oh,
Is it Air
Troy
Force?
Calhoun.
Troy Calhoun.
Let's go.
2007.
Oh, close enough.
Wow. Remember when they were talking about him getting the Tennessee job 20 years ago?
Yeah, they were.
Hey, Troy Calhoun, and then so these are the longest tenured college coaches. Ferentz, and then Gundy and Whittingham, both starting year 21. Then Troy Calhoun. The next, this is wild. Wild to think about. It's Dabo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
2009. Next, Dave Doran of your aforementioned NC State.
Yeah.
And then also 2013, Dave Doran and Mark Stoops at Kentucky.
Dude, he has been there a long time,
So he is
man.
by far the longest tenured SEC coach.
Yeah.
Who is next after Stoops? Holy mackerel. All right, we'll end with this. Who is it? The second longest tenured coach in the SEC behind Stoops.
Not Vandy, not A&M, not Texas, not Oklahoma, not Bama, not Georgia. Let's see.
Heupel?
It ain't Buddy at 10. Is it?
Heupel's only been there for 3 years.
Is it Beamer?
It's not Brian Kelly's in his 4th
It
year.
ain't Hugh Freeze. It ain't
The second longest tenured coach to Mark Stoops.
It ain't Dude at Missouri, is it?
Oh, no. Drinkwitz.
Drinkwitz.
Bro, we said everybody. It ain't Kiffin. Is it Kiffin?
It's not. Sark. This is only like their 2nd year in the SEC.
Yeah, bro.
So I don't count that. I wouldn't even count that.
It ain't Ole Miss. It ain't like I said. It ain't Kiffin. It ain't Buddy at
Kirby.
Oklahoma.
It's Kirby Smart.
Georgia?
Yeah,
It is.
Kirby.
Okay.
Kirby Smart. 2016.
Dang.
I know.
9 years.
It is wild.
'Cause
Mark Stoops and then him.
Hey, to your point about earlier, what you said back when I was when I was coming up, I was so used to the 20 what's the guy at Florida State? I can never what's his name? The old dude. I can never Bobby Bowden's of the world.
Oh yeah.
Like I was so used to I was as a kid, like the Bobby Bowden's, like the old ragged coach that was walking up and down the sideline.
Joe Paterno.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Them old dudes.
No,
not no more.
No, not the same.
What a time.
Yeah, dude. It's Mark Stoops is the longest tenured SEC coach, and then the next longest tenured is Kirby Smart.
That's crazy, bro.
I mean, because Saban was at Bama for 18 years or whatever it was, right? 17 or 18.
Yeah.
So I mean, once he left,
Then LSU coaches
they've
changed
changed a
every 5
bunch.
years.
They've changed a bunch since Les.
Yeah.
Because even Orgeron wasn't there very long.
They packed him up. That's wild, bro. You don't last long in the SEC, boy.
I can't believe that Davo's that high up the list of longest tenured.
Let Kalen DeBoer lose to Florida State on Saturday.
buddy.
Boom. Get him out of here.
Man.
Get him out of here.
Let Brian Kelly lose to Clemson on Saturday.
To Tommy Castellanos.
It's crazy, like the.
Oh, he could survive that. Kelly would be fine if they lost to Clemson.
Yeah,
Clemson is so awesome.
No,
that
Clemson is but
you're
it's
okay
but
if you lose that.
But they're already. I mean, it's already.
But Florida State's coming off a 2-win year.
Yeah.
The one that'd be nail in the coffin for him if you lose to Clemson and then you'll beat Louisiana Tech. You think if you
LSU is they're underdogs, right? They're underdogs.
Yeah, 4.
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
3.5, 4.
So, but I mean, Bama's a 2-touchdown favorite against Florida State.
No. I don't. Alabama 13-2 against the spread in their last.
Your
15
nail in the coffin
openers.
might be if you lose to Florida.
Who?
You think if you lose to Florida, he might get packed up?
Who?
Brian Kelly.
No, I don't think.
If you lose to Clemson and Florida?
I just don't think he's getting packed up yet. I think one more.
One more
year? The contracts now, I mean, we've talked about it.
Crazy.
You got to pay these guys an absolute fortune to get rid of them.
You really do.
And they're still paying Orgeron.
Yeah.
By the way, who showed up at wait, Rosa, he showed up at Southern Miss football practice yesterday.
Orgeron did?
Yeah.
Oh, Roser's Golden Eagles.
I'm pretty sure they posted a photo of like so good to have Coach O around here.
It's gonna be crazy if they pull off the upset. Mississippi State, like, what they say that they got like it was something like 70 of their guys are like freshmen or sophomores. I was like, it's 2025 and it's NIL. How? Yeah. Wouldn't you just if you were rebuilding the thing? I mean, I guess you can rebuild different ways, right?
Yeah.
But wouldn't you just go and get a bunch of awesome transfers from places,
So
right?
They got
you just go raid everybody else's program.
They got
you got money.
They got an all SEC freshman from Tennessee.
Yeah,
but again,
you
he
got
was
money
a true
though.
freshman, and they got a defensive end from NC State, and like NC State was terrible last year.
Everybody was saying they were the one throwing around the massive bag at Lenoris.
For real?
Yeah, Mississippi State.
Man, you made a good decision.
He stayed true.
It's not going down to Mississippi State, bro.
He stayed true.
Ain't nothing going down there with them damn cowbells.
No,
sorry, Courtney.
All right.
Love you, bro.
Let's get to it for today's show. Thanks to Devin Walker. No thanks to Roser. Thanks to Dan Wetzel for joining us on the show. Thanks to Peckers. And thanks to Jalen back in the studio.
Welcome back, J-Long.
Yeah, welcome
Happy
back.
anniversary to you too, my dog.
Yeah, man.
Happy anniversary.
And we will be back tomorrow. Until then, we gone.